being completely in the moment, having complete gratitude for the moment. How hard is that? How hard is it to really just be in the moment? And I mean 100% in the moment. Can being able to do these things allow for unforeseen opportunities and the achievement of things never thought possible or even thought of at all? Are all limitations imposed due to beliefs, memories, or perceptions from the past being brought into new events or situations? I was listening to Kelly Slater's post-Pipe Masters win speech after he scored a near-perfect heat score and defeated a surfer in the final who was 25 years younger than he. And I was amazed and inspired, and it made me wonder, what's his secret to staying at the top into his 50s? Could the real secret be in the moment and being truly open to all the possibilities, similar to being a child and believing that all things are possible? As a child, I remember entering into new experiences with no preconceived thoughts or feelings about what I was about to do at all. All I felt was excitement and real gratitude for being able to do whatever it was. I remember the first tennis tournament I entered into and the first match I played. I distinctly remember enjoying that experience and that match so much. I just went out there and did what I'd been taught to do in training. When the match was complete, I had no idea who had won, and it wasn't until I'd asked Dad that I found out that I'd actually won the match. And knowing that I'd won the match didn't change the way that I experienced the match at all or how I felt about the match. In all endeavours, we experience wins, losses, good and bad. And our beliefs about certain events or ourselves are shaped by our experiences. It can be difficult, almost impossible, to have real gratitude for a moment if the representation of that moment is invaded by negative emotions or beliefs. It then stands to reason that if we're experiencing negative emotions or beliefs, we're not actually in the moment at all, and that instead we're reliving an event from the past, effectively sabotaging the current event and the moment. If we're able to empty our minds, absorb what is happening around us in the moment, focus in on our breathing, down to the sensations of our breath passing over the tongue, down the throat, filling the lungs, expanding the stomach and the chest, then releasing back through the throat, over the tongue and between the teeth, all while taking in the visual sensations of the moment. It's possible that no preconceived notions or emotions will occur, allowing for us to completely be present and able to create a new reality and a new moment. René Descartes' famous quote comes to mind: "I think, therefore I am." And I believe he understood the power of perceptions on the moment. I know that I perform my best in jiu-jitsu when I'm absolutely exhausted, towards the end of a class, and towards the end of a 5-minute roll. At the beginning, I'm more tense, overthinking everything. And when I'm exhausted, my body just reacts based on muscle memory and the amounts of times I've repeated any given technique during training. I flow through positions more naturally and rely more on instinct than creation at that time. There's a saying in the US Marines and the Navy SEALs: when under pressure, we don't rise to the occasion. Instead, we sink to the level of our training. And I think that that's a really, really apt point, because instinctively, when someone is trained to a very, very high level and they've done something 1,000 times over, when the pressure's on, that's what they'll go back to. It's the same when I boxed. When I boxed, the 4 main punches in boxing being jab, cross, hook, and uppercut. They were the punches, they were the techniques that you resorted back to when things got tough, when your opponent was all over you, or when you were really, really tired at the end of a match. They were the ones because you'd performed them so many times. And I go back to Kelly Slater and his Pipe Masters win. How many times has Kelly performed those maneuvers that he performed out there in that heat? His body and his unconscious mind instinctively know what to do. Thinking about that heat, his competition, what he needed to do or the result would only serve to sabotage the moment with thoughts and feelings from the past and limit, if not completely prevent, the creation of something new and something worthy of deep gratitude. So, train the physical body hard and train the unconscious mind through visualizations and positive affirmations. Teach yourself breathing exercises to be present in the moment. Take in and give thanks for being in the moment with all that it has to offer. And trust that you have everything you need to create the perfect moment just as the universe intended.